Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of my series on the DeathCraft server. My name is Brink, and today's the last day, or the last episode of this series on working at the Spawn ME system. Now, as you can see, when the chunk gets loaded, let's wait a second. Transitioning between Mistcraft worlds causes the chunk loading issue. I took down the DSUs that were here. I have them in the inventory, and I've made a few extras, and I don't know how many we'll need for this, but I'm just going to try to get the main items into the DSU. This doesn't have to be so prepared that it can, you can run a system off here. All we need is the essentials for the spawn home. So what I'd like to do is get a wall of DSUs, and I don't know where to put it. I thought of maybe here, but then I'd have to run the ME cable back here, and I don't know if that would be a good idea. Now, we don't need to access anything here, not even the MFSU here, because we have access to the lower MFSU down there. This is a double charge. This is why I did it. We can actually add more MFSUs here. But the reason why I have two MFSUs instead of just one is because this is solar power handling the power for all of this, including the machines down below. As you'll notice, well, let me do one step at a time. The machines down below are the processors here. And so when the spawn system runs a quarry, whenever anybody needs to craft anything also, it'll come to here, and these guys get charged by those solar panels, which are medium powered and should be enough, but I added those two MFSUs to hold a good amount of power. I mean, also, when we run a quarry for spawn, it'll be by that power. And running a quarry takes a lot of power, or a long time of draining a lot of power. So those two MFSUs should be just about enough. Now, you'll notice that I've tidied up the place. I made it look a little bit neater. I got rid of two more cables. Somebody recommended on comment to use a P2P tunnel. And I had thought of that before putting this all together. But I also thought that we still do need to run EU here anyway. And, well, with the P2P tunnel, it would cover that. But I'm not too sure how that works. And, the input and output using interfaces, because I definitely did want to use interfaces to make it easier for people to craft over there. The interfaces were a definite, and I'm not sure how to connect the P2P tunnel here. And then you'd need the basic import here anyway. So this is just as simple, I think. I mean, it's just one HV cable of power underneath all these machines, and then these ME buses in the back. So it's pretty simple. So I ran all the cable underground instead, and came up here. Now this is the only place I'll need to cover, along with the ceilings also, of course, but just one cable for MJ or RF to the machines over there. I made a blast resistant ME drive, which will probably be better than this one, just in case any mobs come in here, because there is no magnum torch here as far as I know. I don't know, Schnicks may have hidden one underground somewhere or in the tree, but I haven't seen any mobs around, so I'm kind of thinking there might be a magnum torch somewhere, or maybe this place is well lit enough. But I plan to convert this one into a blast resistant as well. I've moved up everything just one space just to make everything flush with the Mac, and so I think it's looking pretty nice. We still need to cover these with the facades. Some people on comment have been suggesting making facades for these, and I think that is the plan. I think I'm going to do that. But, well, let's get to it. Now, the DSU drives or the DSU wall I don't think should go here, nor up top so far away from the Mac. I think it should be close to the Mac. And then I thought of this ME cable, which is necessary to go all the way down to this machine here. Kind of rethinking this. Maybe I can go this way and then come this way, so that it's about the same distance, I think. But what I'd like to do is get a wall of ME cable here. I don't think I should, because then it's going to be a problem jumping over to get to this side. So if I leave all of this here, I don't need to access any of this here. What I can do is run an ME cable this way, all along here, and then put the DSUs in front here, with the storage buses behind. So let's get to it and do it. So I don't know how many we'll need, but I'm thinking, well, let's see, we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 DSUs. And, well, let's start on this side, I think. So actually we don't need ME cable now that I think about it, because we actually, the storage buses provide their own space for ME cable. So let's get rid of this. And I'll instead put the DSUs down. Now that's, let's see, let's put it up here. Oops. And we'll get one of these guys up and put it up top like that. And now we have a nice little wall, which I could have probably done here and just save the space. Yeah, let me move these guys over and I'll bring you back. Alright, and we're back. And there it is. I've moved it, and we can get rid of these guys because we're going to put storage buses instead. And I've made 14. Should be enough. And that'll connect automatically. Great. And then we can set them with priority to the thing that they will be holding inside. Let's put this down here, and we have one more here. There we are. And easy access, not too difficult. Alright, so what's next? Now we can sort of set the priority for each. I think it'd be easier to do it from back here. Might give me a little bit of difficulty. But if I set this here and then go here to maybe +10, that'll set a priority of 10 over the ME. The ME would be 1. So things will prefer to go here instead of into the ME storage drives. And let's just check how much storage I have. I have 1K and 3 64Ks. I think that's enough. I don't think we need more storage than that. And then the DSU is up top. We can void out some of the cobblestone that we don't need. The migmatite, the peridotite, and all of that tites. And the schist, and all of that. So, I don't know that we can store this here. No one's really working with agriculture, so I don't think we need the saltpeter. We can get rid of it. I'll go through all of this and then probably run a quarry. Yes, the gravel, sand, dirt, and cobble do need to go up here also. Alright, so let me do that real quick and then I'll bring you back. So I went back to the base and I figure this is a good plan. Let me go to the DSU room and just pick out some of the blocks that were down there. But then I thought to myself, but that's not going to help us because we need, the DSU's purpose is to hold what we have most of. So instead I went upstairs to my ME and I went from the top of the list according to priority of the amount of stuff that I have, and excluded the iron and stuff like that I do have a lot of, the redstone for example. And I went with stuff that Spawn might have a lot of, and I went with these. I also brought some more DSUs because I think we will need them. So we don't have space here. I'll come off of this location here and just place 2 more rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the storage is in the back. And we'll need to get rid of this again. So we can put them here. And that'll all connect perfectly. Alright, so now I will start putting them in and bring you back. Alright, so now I finished setting each one of these to some value of some item. And so all of them are set to priority 10 and they're all connected to the ME. So now we can run a quarry, but there's still something else we need to do. I just realized it. We need to run some item ducts across all of these. And did I bring? Yes, I did bring some. And what we can do is, since this is the maintenance room, and it's not going to be a pretty thing to look at, because we really don't need to even see the front faces of these DSUs. This is all just a closet where we're holding stuff. What I'm going to do is place a chest on here, and then a tesseract, which will feed into all of these DSUs, and then finally into the ME system. And then we'll go into the storage, the 64Ks of the ME, which will store all of the rest of the items that the DSU won't hold. So let me grab because I know there's no diamonds back at spawn, and I know I have some extra diamond chests here. And we're also going to need a tesseract. See if I have one available here. I'll grab this one. And let's head back. I think this is about it for the setup for the home spawn. Let's go upstairs. We need to run a quarry to see if this will work though. So this will go here. And then the tesseract will feed into it. How do we want to do this? How about we do it like yeah, I don't want to feed a tesseract directly into the item ducts because sometimes it'll get clogged if it doesn't go fast enough. So I think this will be a little bit better this way. I just want to make sure that, see, I don't remember the order. Do we go tesseract and then item duct and then chest? Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. Let's go tesseract into this item duct. Like that. That'll feed into these DSUs. And then finally, if it can't find a spot into the DSU, it'll go into the chest. And the chest will go into an import bus and into the ME. So let's set this. We'll create a channel and call it channel 4. Looks like channel 4 is already taken. How about channel 2? Spawn items and energy. I think that's the one we want. Let's just change this. Yeah, it's this one. So it's that and energy. Nothing to do with energy. It's items receiving, and there we are. We'll set it and leave it open for anybody to use. Let's see. So this gets outputted, and we'll need a pneumatic to pull out, and then we'll need an item, or what's it called, an import bus. We'll use a precision import bus so we can send by stacks. Probably be better. one extension cord of an ME into the rest, and that'll work. Yep. Okay, so I need a pneumatic. Let's get that. Alright, we're back, and I went pretty fast. Let's get the pneumatic into the Tesseract and set it to always on, and that'll suck out the stuff, bring it into DSUs and back into the chest and then back into the ME. So this is all finished, I think. We're going to need to run a quarry now. Yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to test, is whether this can this is enough power for a quarry. As you can see, it looks like it went down a bit, and that was probably because it was nighttime, because this has not been in use at all, not even the machines downstairs. So, oh, actually yes, because some of these DSUs were filled with saltpeter and other items that I didn't want in here. So I used an import bus to get it into the ME and out of these DSUs, so that I can get the more important items, the things that do take up a lot of space, into these DSUs. Otherwise, I'd have to make this DSU wall a lot longer, and I don't think it's that necessary to do that. So let's go and run a quarry. Ah, the good old memories of running quarries out by the ocean next to spawn. So spawn is this way. Let's cut out this area here and set an angel block down so that I can get a block in right there and right there. Get rid of my angel block and put it there. Alright, all of this should be set. Let's go back to the primary. We'll break the switch and set it. It looks like it's acceptable. We'll set a quarry down, which I've named Spawn. This way people will not get confused in whose spawn is which. And put a conduit here. Now this should work. Oh, you know what? I haven't set an energy tesseract yet from spawn. So let's go with unsecured spawn energy items. Receive energy. Send items. I think that'll do. Okay, so when we get some energy in here, this should work. Let's go back and set some energy. Alright, I see what I did here. Actually, instead of putting the chest on this side, let's get some of this out of the way. I'm going to put it on the opposite side. Let's get rid of this. And this. And the extension cord. We'll get rid of this item duct. And we'll just switch them around. Let's get this and grab the item. Actually, the pneumatic is what I wanted. Alright, that's set. Now the quarry will go here. I meant the tesseract. And we're going to need for it to... let's get rid of this here. Like that. Do we even need this? Actually, that'll be fine like that. We'll get a pneumatic in. Did I put it on? Okay. It is on. And we'll set this to always on. Exporting. Go through the DSUs. Then it'll go to this chest here. Like that. And then the import bus will be fed right into it. Good. Perfect. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to switch them around like this is because I'm going to run some of this conduit over to the tesseract to give it power. I'll do it from here, which means I can get rid of this and then go directly across and then out. Just like this. and under. Now we need to set this to send power. So it's the same spawn items and energy, but it's going to send energy. That'll send the power over to the quarry. Now we can go and check it, see if it's live. Well, as you can see, it's working. Yeah. And since there's no trees here, this should start sending immediately the first bits of sand that it picks up. And abyssal, there it goes, it's raining. So let's head back and see if there's any items that'll start coming in a few minutes. Alright, got out of bed and hopefully the sun will come out. But there was a little change I want to let you know about before we get too far. And that is that I found that the quarry had stopped a second after I started it. So I checked this and I found that the output port of the resonant energy cell was not set to orange here. It was set to blue. So I've just changed it to orange, and now in a few minutes we should be seeing the quarry start filling up the ME, because it was only just a minute ago. So I'll bring you back when it starts. Okay, the sand is starting now. I only had one piece of sand in there, and as you can see, the quarry's running. So looks like it just got a little bit. It may have hit cobblestone now, or gravel. Let's take a look. Gravel. No. I wonder if you can use if you can do something like this. No, you can't. Plus cobble. No, you can't do it. Like if I wanted to see just three particular items. But yeah, the sand is growing. As you can see, it's going pretty fast. This is working. I think this is a complete episode right here. But there is one thing I want to let you know before I let you go, before I close this episode. And that is that this, I haven't gotten a chance or an opportunity to fix it up yet. All of these chests, I'm going to stick into the ME. The chests that were over by where the DSUs were against this wall somewhere back here, I'm going to put into the ME. So this place is going to get cleaned up a lot. It's going to look really nice, I think. And yeah, I'll patch all of this up, put the bat box inside the ME, all of these HV cables, and then this will look very natural and very nice. Well, I want to thank you for watching, and join us for our next episode when we'll be doing some work at the base, and I'll catch you next time.